At some point in time, there's probably a moment where each and every one of us will ask ourselves or somebody else the question, what is the meaning of life? What is the ideology of life? And when you look at it, the question can be so intimidating, so complex. As a matter of fact, it's probably one of the most, theoretically speaking, complex questions that we can ask ourselves or somebody else, because there is no definite answer to this question. It's different for each and every one of us. But you see, the beauty of this indefinite answer, the beauty of this complex answer, is that since it's different for all of us, the answer has to be unique for all of us at the same time. So to really answer this question for yourself, you have to really look at this uniqueness of the answer, of the meaning of life. What is this to you? What is it to me? What is it to your friend, right? It's different for all of us. So how is it that we can find our own answer? I can't sit here and tell you what the meaning of life is, because what my meaning for life is different than what your meaning of life may be. But you see, at the same time, the fact that my definition is different than yours, that's the absolute best thing about this answer, is that tells you right there that there is no set there's no set guidelines to defining the meaning of life, right? I can't tell you what it is, and if I told you what it was and I told you you had to follow these specific guidelines in order to be happy or in order to define the meaning of life, and you couldn't say you couldn't do all of those things, right? That's intimidating. That's disheartening to know that there is a set of guidelines. But rather, knowing that there is no set of guidelines, knowing that there's no rules, right? You have, just like your imagination, you have all the world, you have all the time in the world, all the time in your life to create the meaning of life for yourself. And in the end, when you create that meaning of life, that's how you live the most fulfilled life you can. And that's what everybody wants to do, right? People ask, how do I be happy? I want to be happy. And you already have the questions and stuff inside of you that you need to answer for yourself. You hold the answers. So what is the meaning of life? Well, ask yourself right now while you're sitting here watching this video. What things are important to me? What things make me happy? What things excite me? What things do I want to be a part of my life? Where do I want to go with my life? You answer those questions, and you've already begun to make your own checklist to what the meaning of life is to you. Once you check all those things off that checklist, you've already defined what the meaning of life is. You've made your own definition. And the second that you realize that you define what the meaning of life is, you realize all this freedom that we have to create our own definition of life and to, in turn, not live the lives that we're told to live, but rather live the lives that we're meant to live.